Hello and welcome to a brand new series. It's once again in the Great War mod. There has been an update. We're running on version 3 now, which made a lot of changes, a lot of fixes, and of course works with the latest version of Hearts of Iron. At the time, this is 1.4, the Death and Dishonor update. So I thought I kind of swore this one off due to AI issues, but I think it's time to go back into it and take a look. We're gonna play as Germany, because there has been some events around the alternative history. So the winning of the Central Powers winning the what you call it again? The Great War. Not gonna run an Iron Man because that's just asking for trouble. However, I'm gonna go ahistorical quite early on. I am gonna do a very German thing and not a German thing, but I'm thinking of starting World War II early, without World War I ever happening, sort of. I don't think I'm gonna buddy up with Austria-Hungary, as in the Central Powers and that kind of stuff. I want to take a look at some different opportunities, as well as taking a look at perhaps flipping towards a different ideology. So normally there's like multiple ways you can play this, and I think playing Germany as a non-Central Powers nation might be actually interesting. And like, where do we keep these getting from? Oh, right here. There we go. Okay, we've got the Africa Corps, and I don't care much about these colonies, to be honest. So let's just get all of them into one big army. There we go, got all of that done. I was thinking of going fascism early, just kind of ruining the entire idea behind this war. Bailing on the Central Powers, conquering. So just to shorten my idea list here, is bailing on the Central Powers, conquering Austria-Hungary, because I don't want Hotzendorf leading any armies. He was such a great commander that we don't want him. Then we'll just wreck Russia and France, just for shits and or giggles. And we're gonna do this probably a lot earlier than it's normally supposed to happen. So the majority of our focus will be getting into fascism, so we could just start early wars, because now we currently are unaligned. So we got the Volkslied and then Eivig Ludendorff in power. So early fascism all the way. So we are a modern military nation, which is fairly interesting indeed. And we're gonna go through the entire tree as usual. I don't think there's much of a difference in this tree compared to before. I actually don't really know that for sure, but doesn't look like there's much new stuff here. So we'll just gotta go with that. Then we're gonna set up our civilian industry. And let's see, 8 is 4, that's already 3, that needs to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. This is like the most boring thing of always setting up a new game. Getting the industry done, and it's, you know, after a while you get quicker at it, but it's still you know, it takes time. That's the annoying bit. Anyway, 5, 4. Oh, that's one too many. 2. That's already a 2. That is 6. And we don't need to do the military thing right now. Actually, the military thing is easy, except for our coastal provinces. Let's see. There we go. And there we go. All right. So then, military assigned to all our non-coastal provinces, and then there's 1 here, 2 here. That has already got 1 more, 1. And that's 1, and then the rest of it is naval. And that's literally our industry. Oh, and we already own Memel, so there we go. Alright. Got that set up. Let's see. No, not really interested in any of that right now. Okay, modify the government. Well, why don't we start off with... That's not the one. That's the one I would like. But we can't do that just yet. Is there... Really? We don't have a... Okay, well in that case... We're already running a partial mobilization, that's good. But then I guess we'll get the industrial research time up and running. We've got no divisions in basic training. Yes, because I knew I still need to reassign my army. This is definitely not what I like to see. I'm gonna work with smaller stacks again. And let's see, I need 7 of you. Right, there we go. And I'm gonna take the cavalry and create a separate cavalry / motorized armored car division. So that's over there. That means that you can... Let's see, these 3 can go here. Then we got 4 of them that can go there. How do you remember all of that? I don't know. At some point I will. So this is going to be a new theater, which will be renamed. Let's see, armored. There we go. This will be infantry. It's the easiest way for me to remember everything. And these guys got high priority. We got 28. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2. Yeah, just flip these around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. That is that. Then I want an early army here. Then we need mountaineers there. So let's flip all of you towards Jäger's divisions. Swap your color to a grayish thing and get you a commander. Hopefully that one that is actually already half decent with anything. No, but you'll do the trick. Okay, you will take the Austrian part of Austria-Hungary. You will then not sit there, but you will... So we're gonna just literally gonna take out Austria-Hungary early on, because I don't think they deserve to live, and I want their industry. And they will not be protected by anybody anyway. And then we're gonna set up these guys just by the Russian border for shits and or giggles. And there's the armored car divisions that we need to send in somewhere. And I think our breakthrough point is right there. So put it right there. All right. Now we're gonna flip these all to Straßen Panzerwagen. So they're street panzer wagons. Makes a lot of sense. Alright, that is that. Then we've got a lot of infantry divisions. So we've got Stoßtruppe, which actually is the ones that we want. We've got Geschütztruppe, which I don't want. Alright, so we need to flip all of these towards Stoßtruppe divisions. And you'll become regular divisions at some point. Because you're not, I don't consider you elite troops. Alright, so we're gonna run a very large deficiency of equipment at the start of things. So infantry coming up. Alright, that's that. And then I need armored cars with that. Alright. This is going to be important. So I'm not gonna run a purely civilian productive industry because we want to start building up that military as well. There we go. Need to keep an eye on that. Now we've got an insufficient resources. We need a little bit of oil, and we'll trade that with the Russians. Very good. Now no divisions in training. So these divisions can go. You guys can go. The hussars. We're gonna keep you, and you guys can go. I have no need for you. And we need some Gebirgsjägers divisions, and I need a total of very low priority actually in your stuff. So let's just flip that around real quick. Low priority, one group. Reinforcements have priority as well as our upgrades, and then we need, let's see, 3 gets me to 20. So we need 7 of them. Right, that's that. We need oil. We just got the trade for, so that is solved. And then I need to get my dockyards assigned. And right now, I don't. You can all finish this, and after that, we're just gonna build some convoys. There's a lot of them, and that requires some more oil. And no, that's actually still good. So one oil factory, and we should be golden. Good, that's that. Now, we have an air force, not really, so that we can kind of neglect this a little bit. We gotta just set you right there, get you in the Alpine region. For those who haven't seen this window yet, it's the new one. And it's, wait, did they flip this? It's no longer a scout plane, it's just considered close air support. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Very good. Let's see. What do we have else? Right, Navy. Let's get that on the way. Now, this is gonna get confusing quickly, so let's just go through this fairly quickly. I don't know what kind of a Navy I have currently, and I really don't give a shit. I want all navies in the world just to go there. That's it. I will fix this later and start making the divisions in the groups I want. Ah, this just reminds me. If there's one feature I would like, I just reminded myself of this yesterday. So I want to go to Hanover. I would like to see the ability to, as in EU4, you can ask like, I want to build this entire army composition. I want the same thing for fleets. Just ask, I want 15 destroyers, I want, or 20 destroyers, 15 light cruisers, 15 heavy cruisers, a couple of battleships, and 2 carriers. Just click that, and then it gets set up in the list. Instead of just needing to do this manually, just request an entire fleet to be built, because you don't need the infinite building, and there's a lot of stuff with fleets that is actually kind of wrong. But alright, get you all trained. And we'll assign commanders to all of you. So you get a commander, and you get a commander, and you get a commander, and let's see, you get a commander. And I don't know why I was using them from up there, but we've all got a bunch of commanders. Very nice. And yeah, I think that's it. That's the preparations that we need to do. And let's get this rolling. So we're gonna get it. Okay, not today. An early fascist empire and death of Edward. That reminds me, I really should start color coding you. Green, yellow, orange, red, and gray. And then you will be like very dark greenish. All right. That means that the Red Army is currently not having the correct borders. There we go, because we want to be in a faction with Austria soon. Now, I don't think I can just kick them out, so I might want to do some, yeah. I still think I should be able to kick people out of a faction. Or just leave one. Can I not leave my faction? So I might, okay, so I have to do a little bit of manipulation here, but imagine Germany and Austria breaking Albanian revolt. Germany and Austria breaking their alliance in favor of other stuff. All right, let's get these battle lines drawn. I want a quick strike right there. And even quicker from like right there, just like that, and then we'll send the armored core straight to like that. There we go. This gets, that is the worst one I've seen in a while. Can we just get there from the fucking front? All right. So yeah. We are gonna just get rid of Austro-Hungary. I don't think that I necessary ally for us to have. Is this all our ships? Are they all here? We can check that real quick. We have only one fleet. There we go. All right, let's get this over. So let's get the submarines out. These are all coastal submarines, so you're all done for. All right, I need, let's see, groups of 20. And let's start making, let's divide these in groups of, 21, of course, because that's not annoying. We're gonna get 19 here. Merge those up. And all destroyers get separated. Nice. Alright, then we get 15 light cruisers. I can't see them because of all these destroyers. 15 light cruisers. And another 15. 16, god damn it. And all light cruisers and one. Merch. Alright, there we go. Battleships. Now these are way too high in number. Are battleships smaller than cruisers right now? Battlecruiser, dreadnoughts. Are these considered my battleships? Pre-dreadnoughts. Yeah, these are battleships and these are battle cruisers. Cruisers must be bigger right now. Well, how many of these cruiser flotillas do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. How big are you? 5. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it puts them in the same thingy. That's not annoying. Ugh, okay. Now I need to find and merge these ships. This is not the most interesting bit, I know. I would almost just delete the majority of the German Navy just because this is already annoying me. These are actually battleships. Great, so they need 10 battle cruisers. This is the Empire Flotilla 1. Gets a commander, patrols right there. Alright, that's 1. 2. Merge. Right, get yourself a commander. And you'll go to this one. Okay, and you need a proper port, so let's just 8 and Schleswig-Holstein. All right. So this is number 3. You can go like right here. Right. I think this is the point where I should stop doing anything with this and get annoyed with what's remaining. So you leave, you'll be assigned to this port. And how many ships are left here? Like 74. Now I think I'm gonna keep the destroyer squadrons, but I'm gonna delete the battleships because I have no interest in, actually should keep the, okay, the cruisers. I'm gonna just trim this a little bit. Actually gonna rebuild some of it. Right, so this is one. These are going to stay in port. You're going to go like right there. You're going to merge up. All right, so this is battle cruisers. Crap. Anyway, build a singular destroyer, which will stick in Flotta 5. Bam. Let's start with that. For now, I have a very big navy, and I'm gonna attack a landlocked nation, so I'm not really overly worried about any of that. Alright, let's gets the fleet slightly organized. Alright, we've got a large deficit in a lot of equipment. Good. I want to be assured that we're always building more factories both ways. So more military, more everything, basically. Really? Anyway, material designer, infantry equipment. Is there anything here that's actually really useful? Non-core manpower. That is pretty useful. Political power gain actually early on is fairly useful. Reinforce the Kaiser's authority. There we go. Let's start getting that industry up and running. I think that's the more important thing. Japan annexes Korea, which always happens. Not a big surprise there. All right. This is resources efficiency gain. This gets trenches. This will lead to construction speed, so it is a kind of a thing that I need to do. We're gonna want to get the reinforce rates first, and we'll get the encryption and decryption up and running ASAP as well. Is there anything here? No. Okay, we'll get our decryption. All right. Do we still have forces running around the world, sailing? Anything along those lines? I can't see it. Unless, looks like all of them have arrived. Good. Alright, so now the big question is just, can we get equipment quick enough? I don't think I'm producing with military factories right now, so I'll get another 3 up there. I'll just mix this up real quick. Put it right here, that will work. Reinforce the Kaiser's authority. Militarism. Okay, let's see. We're gonna need some military theorists. It's just a choice, doesn't really matter between any of them. Navy is something I want to work on eventually, but for now, let's see. I prefer my faster armored. So armor is going to be a big thing. I don't think we're going to build much more military divisions for the ground more than this. We've got a couple of motorized divisions, but yeah, soon rather than later. So we've got manpower, we've got infantry equipment. So what is it currently, what we're truly lacking? Infantry equipment, field guns, couple of forward cars. I probably should stop training these armies before I got the Portugal becomes a republic, the actual equipment to do so. To re-equip, fully equip all my people. Right, look at that. Building factories rapidly. You've got radios, which is rather nice, and a communication system. Reinforce rate is important. Your troops at the front need their equipment. There we go. So the funny thing is we already use these in some of our divisions, but we don't have the technology for it, which is fairly strange considering infantry equipment design and militarism. And then we go for military youth and the fascist coup. So I think we can actually do both of this for a bit, so we can still get the bureaucracy and the full rearmament here as we need to make a decision. Could we stay with what we are, or are we going to get the fascist bits? Mexico declared war on the Mexican opposition. We've got our improved hand tools. Fairly nice. And let's get heavy industry, I guess. Get more factory output. So yeah, we're industrializing and everything along those lines. So by the time we've got our equipment, we will be... Wait, you just got a couple of destroyers? One too many. Of course, always one too many. Always one too many. merge. Get that 5 fleet. I just realized I could just pump that one destroyer in there. No, who cares? I find Navy tricky in early games. I prefer to kind of at this point in 1922 to start really investing in a proper Navy. Also, I'm not really planning on going to war with England anytime soon. I will kick us out of the faction ourselves. I still think I should be capable of leaving a faction even though I am the leader or kicking somebody out. I don't get why that's not an option. But between episodes I will kick out the Austrians. We have seen the future and we have got major different plans. We've seen what this stupid little war will lead into. We'll lose so much damn territory. Poland gets resurrected. Who the hell wants Poland resurrected? And yeah, so we're not gonna let that happen. And we're gonna go heavy on that fascism. Soon we just, let's see, how long will this gonna take? Like 100 days for this one, 83 days. It's gonna take a little bit longer, a couple of years, motorized, 400 days and 2000 days. Yeah, we really need to get our industry up and running. We have tanks and armored variants. So this is actually a useful research for once. Nice. And also planning on getting some plane production going on. I like how it is. We've got 3 lines. We'll spend 2 of them on military. And let's see, this is all very up to date. Yeah, we're really ahead on that one. We can't do single company yet? Oh, we can. Right, let's get them. I'm really happy with what the place that we are. Popularity of fascism becomes 100%. Reign of terror, we gain more political power. We're in a good spot. There's nothing here that I would really like, but Prince of Terror seems to be a very useful one. Because non-core manpower would get up to 4%, I think, which is rather nice, to be honest. And getting some decent industry behind the German population is gonna be insane. Get our paramilitarism, and there is our fascist coup after that. There's nothing really much that we need to do. Really. After, at least not here, and then we can start focusing on different parts of the trees industry. Recon company gets better. But the Ottoman Empire is too weak. Well, they are fairly weak. So this is going to be a world conquest as fascist Germany? I don't know. Might be. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to remember how... Oh, they've already joined the Entente. That's quick. That's the first thing they did. Alright, well, gonna need a powerful navy then soon. I might be required to do a lot more work in that sense before anything else. I don't know, how much of a navy do you have? Very large one. So we need to start investing early in navy. That's good to know. So I can kind of skimp on the Air Force. This is all 1914, but we can at least get the doctrines up and running for that. And hopefully we can do a lot of work with that. So I should, instead of doing... Oh, this is why it's going wrong. I am actually building these infinite. Right, okay, so these destroyers are cheap. There we go, got the manpower back. Yeah, that's some wasted production. You might say, well, you're not doing anything optimally. I know. And it's getting the wrong one, is getting the... Damn it. I am an idiot. Sorry, I apologize to those who've been screaming at me for the past 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Protection cruisers. See, 15 on 4 and 15 on 5. Let's see, 5. There we go. And let's see, you have battle cruisers. That means they need 5 more battle cruisers on. This is 5. Let's put a cruiser. Wait, I've got large armored cruisers? Wait, now I'm getting thoroughly confused in my naval. Armored cruisers are 1, but what? So I need to build battle cruiser 2s, not armored cruisers. Okay, now that's good to know. Battle cruisers, 5 for 5. Battle cruisers. Battle cruisers are actually fairly powerful early on. Battle cruisers in 10 and 4. And then we need... What do you have? We've got also battle cruisers. So you both have battle cruisers. Okay, that means that you both only need 5. And then there is the dreadnoughts. Then I want 5 of you in both. Dreadnought in 4. Alright, that gets those fleets set up for the required production. Okay, we need 2 more factories on lines on top. There we go, always produce 2. And there's the fascist coup. We are fascist Germany. Interesting little flag there. And it's time to start looking at our industry. Bavaria doesn't exist, so I would spawn Bavaria. We gained a lot of national unity, we gained some manpower, but I don't really see that as a positive. Well, this is considered like foreign territory. Nope. There's literally no reason for us to do that. Machu Picchu has been discovered. Okay, let's take a look at our production right here. This one. I think that is enough for now. We need a lot more of the other stuff. You already have what you need. Alright, and I do want some Air Force, to be honest. I'm not really gonna invest in Zeppelins, I'll be brutally honest with that one. Alright, so let's take a look. We need to kind of differentiate. Yeah, 9015 where we can get tactical bombers, so we'll just get some scouts for now. Pocket vest cameras. We are working on that, and we've got some ahead of time, or we got some boosts on that one. Let's see. France offers Cameroon succession. What? Oh, this is a new event. Just hit the mic. As the economic crisis becomes world, France have become without this proposition. German merchants can stay in Morocco and we get part of the French Congo in exchange for recognizing French control of the region. The territory is not particularly useful land by any means, but it would be a good way to save face without a declaration of war. Of course, if you want the territory to so bad, Manukais would always be part of it. Now, I don't want to go to war with the Entente right now, to be honest. So, yeah, sure. Like I said, I don't really care, but I don't want to go to war with you just yet. Okay. So, there we go with that. We've got all of that. We are going to need these maintenance companies. And let's get construction effort and armament effort. And with that, I'm actually going to end the episode. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this series, or either by liking or disliking. If you dislike, please let me know why. I might be able to fix it in the future. If you want to see more like this, check out the rest of the channel. And if you want to keep updated when videos are uploaded, hit that big ass subscribe button. And these days, that doesn't give you any notification anymore that you actually is a new video uploaded, so there's this little bell next to it that you can also press. With that, I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Have a very good day. Bye bye.